Sometimes we resist the energy of joy and love. For some reason, which is offering us to learn from, we choose to stop flowing and we swim against the current instead of flowing in it. The energy of joy and love is always there, but sometimes we're not in this frequency. We're in another frequency or energy that isn't as high. It's like Abraham Hicks describes. We tune into a radio station that is playing music that we don't enjoy. We want to hear music that we do enjoy, so we need to tune into the frequency or the radio station that offers that music. It's the same for our energy. If we want to feel the joy and the satisfaction energy, then we can't be in a lower frequency that offers fear, sadness, annoyance. It's our decision alone to change the channel. But when we're in a lower frequency or energy, we may not know how to change the channel. Being aware is the most important part, consciousness of your own thoughts, because it's your thoughts that determine your emotional well-being. Law of Attraction then offers you more of what you think about. So when you realize this, you'll understand that you are the only one who can change and help yourself. If you want to change your frequency, you need to change your thoughts. Sometimes, though, we may need to understand why our thoughts have changed, especially if we thought we were in a good place before. To understand the change, we can analyze where the thoughts stemmed from, and to do this, we should remove blame and focus entirely on ourselves to really figure out why we thought the things we thought. Do we want to feel joy, or do we want to feel flat, lackluster, sad, lonely, depressed? Does anyone really want to feel that way? I don't believe so. Law of Attraction simply brings more of what you think about. Therefore, the change that is required is your thoughts. Changing your thoughts isn't the easiest thing to do, but it really isn't that difficult either. If there is a want to feel better, then that needs to be the goal. And with a goal, there needs to be some sort of practice or action or training to accomplish the goal. We can't just sit back and wait for something to happen without our input. We have to make the change. We have to contribute to the goal in some way. The quickest and most effective two ways, I believe, are practicing gratitude and understanding our ego from a spiritual perspective. Gratitude redirects our thoughts toward what we appreciate rather than focusing on everything we don't like. It's too easy to get drawn into concentrating only on the negative, but there is duality in everything. Therefore, the duality to negativity is positivity. So that's where we need to concentrate our thoughts, to remember and to remind ourselves. It's easy to do, but unfortunately our ego will then do everything it can to talk us out of this simple practice. That's why we need to understand our ego. Our ego is part of the human psyche. It's not of our spirit or our essence or the part of us that is connected to love, God, source energy. When our physical bodies die, our ego dies with it. Our essence, or our love, source energy, lives infinite. For most people who live unconsciously, ego is in control. That may sound weird and hard to fathom until you actually try to take control of your thoughts. For most people, we've allowed too much to infiltrate our mind without considering the consequences. When we live in our house, we don't just allow anyone to enter. We protect ourselves and we choose who can come in. With our minds, we've not considered all the negative conditioning that we allow in through television, radio stations, podcasts, books, society expectations, our parents' or guardians' beliefs and expectations. All of these contribute to our thoughts, and so much is based upon fear and negativity. So to gain consciousness of our thoughts, we need to reduce the garbage. Think about what you listen to or what you watch on TV, all the ads, all the conditions that we limit ourselves with. We are inundated, so we should just be careful about what we allow into our mind, just as careful as we are with our homes. The words we speak begin as thoughts. We need to be mindful of what we speak if we want to gain control of our thoughts. When we are consciously living and ego is the captain, we may react instead of mindfully responding. Often in the beginning, we first hear the words in others, then we start to notice the negativity we speak. What are your conversations about? Is it gossip? Is it fear-based? How much of your conversations have nothing to do with TV? How much is based on love and positivity? That doesn't mean don't watch TV or listen to podcasts. It means be mindful of what you take in. Don't let the despair of other people's experiences keep you stuck in a lower frequency. Even our own experiences, where maybe the outcome wasn't great, or less than desirable, or even was truly awful. If we dwell on the past memories, we don't allow ourselves to live in the present, where opportunities for joy and love and satisfaction exist, waiting for us to notice. Ego wants to prevent us experiencing this. It's as though ego knows that when we consciously appreciate the presence and feel the beautiful energy transfer that exists here, that ego is no longer the captain. When we become conscious and take control of our thoughts and our emotional state, we discover freedom, and this freedom and love allows us to realize our limitless possibilities. This sets us free. We no longer have to conform to fear-based pressures. Ego offers us a pretend, fake version of love and lots of controlling fear, whereas in presence, our love, our connectedness sets us free. So gratitude is an essential, easy practice to take on as a goal toward consciousness, which is taking control back to rectify our emotional state. The simple practice of either affirming how grateful we are for what we have or writing it in a journal makes us think about this, and then guess what? Law of attraction gives us more of this, more gratitude, more joy. When we begin to appreciate our life and what we do have, what we are blessed to have, we change the way our mind thinks. We notice when we think the opposite, and we can change it by being grateful again. There are many ways in life to help ourselves, and most cost nothing, most involve introspection, and most come back to our consciousness. If we want to feel freedom and joy and satisfaction, instead of feeling overwhelmed or sad or lonely or lost, consider your thoughts. If you think someone has made you upset, becoming conscious will help you understand that they were only the trigger. You have a choice to remain with those thoughts and to dwell on them, and law of attraction will bring you more of what you don't want. Or you can try to understand why you got upset and why you reacted, and then overcome that and move on with gratitude. Gratitude for the lesson. Everything that we perceive as a negative offers us an opportunity to learn from. Life is meant to be joyful and full of experiences to enjoy or learn from. Controlling our own mind is how we get there. There is always someone else having a worse experience, and there is always someone else loving their life right now. It's not about the material things, it's about enjoying the here and now, an appreciation of life and what we have. I absolutely love my life and the world I live in, the people I share it with and encounter along the way. I'm so grateful that I can get outside to enjoy the sunshine and nature. I take care of my body so that I can continue to do this until I'm older. I also sometimes have days that are not so great, but when these happen, I search for understanding and I choose to escape the grips of my ego and practice some gratitude and do the things that I love. I love to share my inspiration, my purpose, which is to direct people to finding their love within. I truly hope this helps someone. I'm Sammy, and I believe love is the answer, and consciousness will help you to understand this.